Hi folks, welcome to the channel. Alright, let's stop pretending I've changed my mind. At first I thought, yeah, let Chisora have one last fight. Give him a nice payday for all the head traumas he's collected like Pokemon cards. Sounds fair, right? But now, nah, forget it. This ain't a farewell fight, it's a farewell beating. Retirement almost sponsored by concussions. Because let's be honest, if Chisora fights Parker, Dubois or any half decent heavyweight, he's going to get folded like a wet paper towel. His legs gone. He moves like he's wading through a quicksand with bricks tied to his ankles. His reflexes slower than a sloth on a sleeping pills after a bottle of Inquil. Punch output like a granddad trying to swim through a pool of wet cement. Head movement, what head movement? His neck stiffer than a store mannequin. Stamina after 4 rounds with a decent heavyweight, he would need more oxygen than a deep sea diver. Body movement, none. He moves like he's carrying a piano on his back, and yet people are talking about him fighting Joshua and Ghana Dubois Parker. Are they kidding? Who's making these matchups? Circus promoters? These aren't fights, these are human sacrifices. They build these fights with lies. Oh, this fight is coming for a war. He's in the shape of his life. He's going to knock him out. And then what do we get? Chisora versus Walling, a Swedish IKEA wardrobe who collapsed the second someone put a weight on it. And now they're talking about Chisora taking on elite fighters. What are they kidding? This isn't matchmaking. This is a pre-planned brain damage. A Chisora fight isn't boxing anymore. It's a glorified payday for everyone involved. And yeah, Chisora gets paid too. But let's call it what it is. It's like paying a horse to run a derby after he's broken 3 legs. He's 42. At that age, you're supposed to be coaching, not catching right hooks to the face. And don't come at me with, but he beat Otto Wallin. Yeah, and? Otto Wallin showed up looking like he spent his training camp at All You Can Eat Buffet. The Wallin fight, what even was that? People keep saying, Chisora beat Wallin. Okay, but I've seen people win races because the other guy fell asleep at the start line. Doesn't mean they were fast. Wallin wasn't fighting. He was waiting for the final bell like a man counting down to retirement. He threw jabs like he was trying to swat a fly that wasn't even there. And that knockdown? Oh, come on. That wasn't a knockdown. That was a full system shutdown. His leg went into auto reverse like a shopping trolley with a broken wheel. He floated backwards, legs flailing, looking at the crowd like he was asking for a taxi or direction. I didn't know whether to call that a knockdown or a software update. And then for the rest of the fight, Wallin kept backing up like a man, begging to get out of a contract he didn't read properly, scraping his back against the ropes like a dog trying to get rid of a fleas. At one point, I swear, he forgot he was in a boxing match. He looked like he was trying to blend into a background like a guy who accidentally walked into a wrong room. Every time Chisora came forward, Wallin didn't counter. He just backed up to the ropes like they were a safety net. What was he trying to do? Exfoliate his back? Or maybe he thought he was an unfinished IKEA bookshelf and Chisora hadn't screwed them together properly. Seriously, I've seen IKEA shelves take more punishment than Wallin did that night. The reason why I'm saying IKEA because Otto Wallin is from Sweden. IKEA furniture. You could almost hear the screws coming loose as Chisora swung at him. By the end, he was held together by a prayers and a single Allen key. Pathetic. I've seen more fighting spirit in a game of chess. What next? A real fight or another stage exhibition? Look, I get it. Some fans want to see him carry on. And Chisora, of course, he wants to carry on. He loves the crowd, the attention, and most importantly, the paycheck. And Frank Warren, he loves it too. Because every time Chisora fights, Frank Warren gets bigger. But let's not act like this is some Rocky Balboa comeback story. Chisora has taken more damage than a car in a demolition derby. If he steps up in with a proper heavyweights, he's getting turned into a human punching bag unless it's a fixed fight. Because let's be honest, the only way Chisora wins a fight now is if his opponent signs a contract promising not to hit back. If that happens, just call it what it is. WWE presents Chisora versus random fall guy. Boxing is already on the ice. Chisora still fighting. That's just adding another crack. And the funniest part, people were laughing when they announced Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. What a joke, they said. This is embarrassing, they said. And then those same people want Chisora versus whoever. So what are we watching here? Actually boxing or a glorified retirement beating? He's had his time. He's given everything to boxing. But boxing won't give him anything back except more head trauma and a couple of quid. It's time to walk away before he gets carried away and stop talking about Joshua, Dubois, Parker, Usyk, or any other elite heavyweight. It's ridiculous. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.